Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all.
All right, pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, notice that this meeting was given in the annual meeting notice, which was submitted to the Bergen Record, Herald News, emailed to the office of the county clerk, and posted on the PCC website and bulletin boards on November 21st, 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Bruce. Roll call.
Alumni Rep Buchanan. Yeah. Trustee Octor. Trustee Drakeford. Trustee Glovin.
Here.
Trustee Diodene.
Present.
Trustee Moody.
Present.
Trustee Poe.
Present.
Trustee Ramirez. Trustee Smith.
Present.
Trustee Sumter. Vice Chair Tanis. Chairman Marco.
Present. Okay, thank you. Okay, first action will be the consideration of the minutes of our May 13th, 2025 Board of Trustees meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
Move it. Second.
Roll.
Trustee Glovin.
Yes.
Trustee Diodene.
Yes.
Trustee Moody.
Yes.
Trustee Poe.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Chairman Marco.
Yes. Thank you. All right.
Okay, so we are very excited tonight to have members of our Student Government Association here. It's been a couple of years. We tried to figure it out before. We think it may be 6 years since the group has been here before, but we are very happy to have them here to present to us tonight on their year in review. So come on.
Okay.
Good evening, members of Board of Trustees and Dr. Rose. Thank you so much for inviting us here today. It's been a while since SGA has presented. I think what I've been told 2018.
Hey.
So long time. But before we start, I'd like to remind you what is SGA. It's the official voice of the student body before the college faculty, administration, and staff. And it's the association ran by students and for students that provide training, experience, and a democratic form of government for students serving as elected representatives for the college. My name is Tiffany Guerrero, the SGA president of this year, and let me introduce you to the SGA. Here's a little bit about me. My major is business administration. I just graduated this past May in the commencement, even spoke at the commencement too. And I'll be transferring to Rutgers Newark as a marketing major. And a little fun fact about me is I played violin for 6 years.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andreas. I'm the Vice President of the Student Government Association. Along with Tiffany, I graduated also in May 2025, about a month ago. And I'm transferring to New Jersey Institute of Technology, and I pursue mechanical engineering. My fun fact is that I played soccer for about 15 years of my life.
Yeah, and hi guys, my name is Lucas Ramos. I am your SGA speaker. So my major is computer science, and I still have one more semester here. And I oversee the legislative branch, SPT, and all the committees that are involved in it. And my fun fact is I love musical theater.
She's very shy.
All right, so my name is Benjamin Watson. I'm the current SGA treasurer. I'm an engineering science major here, and I'm planning to transfer out to Texas Tech actually for a civil engineering degree. And a fun fact is that I play volleyball here at the school.
And my name is Joshua Monroy. I am the SGA secretary. I am a first year student just finishing, so I will be here for another academic year. I am a psychology major, and a fun fact about me is I've done jujitsu for 4 years.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rochelle. I serve as one of the SGA senators. I just graduated with my associates in exercise science this past May. Transferring to Montclair State, majoring in psychology. And my fun fact is that I like to dance.
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. My name is Raphael Tubacloud, and I am a nursing major. And as well, I am a senator for the college. My fun fact is that I play lullabies on the piano for my dog named Shifu.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Janet. I'm a business major. And I am very glad to be here as senator. And one fun fact about me is I speak four different foreign languages, and I have a special passion about traveling. I travel like to more than 100 destinations so far.
Hello, everyone. My name is Connor Guzman. I just graduated as a criminal justice major last month in May. My next plan is to enlist in New Jersey National Guard. And one fun fact about me is I play flute and piccolo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tori McClary. I am a nursing major. And one fun fact about me is I like to swim.
Okay, here are SGA SMART goals for this year that we wanted to accomplish. The goal number 1 was increase SGA visibility across all campuses. We did that by doing first time ever SGA pop-ups, collaboration, and overall representing the student body. Goal number 2 was advocating for student health and needs. We did that by working with wellness, student affairs, and also joining a project that you will see later in this presentation. And goal number 3 is document and promote SGA history. Basically, get data from SGA alumni that work with us and also let students know what SGA has been doing for their school.
All right, and what you see here are the office hours that we as the SGA have completed as a whole for the fall of 2024, spring of 2025. We as the executive board have completed 186 hours and 40 minutes for fall, and legislative 157 hours and 50 minutes. For spring, we as the executive board have finished 263 hours, where the legislative have finished 138. As in total, 745 hours and 30 minutes for 2024-2025. However, what you don't see is the significance of what that means. It is not only the hours that we as the SGA have put toward the institution in terms of talking to the students, but it is the back-breaking work that we have done behind the scenes, where we represent students in terms of legality or the student life.
So the SGA has several committees, one of them being the Student Programming Committee, which I am chair of. Ajane Dunson serves as the SPC co-chair. So SPC is dedicated to enhancing campus life by planning, organizing, and executing a diverse range of events and activities for the student body. These events can include, but are not limited to, recreational, seasonal, or need-based events. So we held over 40 meetings this academic year and had over 10 active members. So the total meeting and event hours time is over 100+ hours because, as you may know, planning and executing these events takes a lot of time and brainstorming. So some of our most notable events for the fall include the Welcome Week, Latino Heritage Month, Thanksgiving Luncheon, Polar De-Stress, Halloween Monster Mash, Winter Trip to Broadway. And then for the spring, we had again our Spring Welcome Week. We had Black History Month, Women's History Month, Spring Day, Superhero Spaces, Finals Pick Me Up, the graduation trip to Six Flags, and the graduation dinner dance. And some of our major event attendance includes the Thanksgiving Luncheon, which we had over 300+ attendees. And then Spring Day, which had over 265+ attendees. And the Finals Pick Me Up, which had over 200+ students attend. So one of our main goals in the student programming committee is to basically increase visibility of these events, because it's great that we plan these events, but if nobody comes, then there's no purpose. So how we did this is by creating flyers, and these are all flyers created by SPC members. So these are just a couple of our most notable events and the amazing flyers the committee members created. So I'm very proud of that.
Thank you so much, Rochelle. The next committee that we're going to be talking about today is the Awards Evaluation Committee. Before I go into specifics on what the Awards Evaluation Committee does, I would like to reintroduce myself. My name is Rafael Tabaclaon, and I am the AAC co-chair for the AAC. And as well, the AAC chair is our wonderful Janet Helleris. So this is some context of what the AAC strives to do in the past 2 semesters. Number 1, we want to recognize exemplary students and staff. Number 2, ensure a fair selection process for award recipients. And number 3, deliver an engaging and meaningful student leadership awards. This next slide explains the main responsibilities that me and Janet have done in the past few semesters. Number 1, we have led AAC meetings in the Panther's Den every Friday, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Number 2, we chose winners. We reviewed nominations. We chose the winners, made sure that the selection process was fair and inclusive. Number 3, we handled AEC marketing. So that includes flyers, that includes forms, social media posts that we personally have made. And as well, lastly, preparation for the Student Leadership Awards, coordinating with the athletics, as well vendors such as decorations, food, and as well students and fellow staff. This just gives you a quick timeline on what we have achieved 2024 to 2025. On step number 1, all the way to your left, on December 2024, Janet was tasked to make the AC committee, and it was established around that time. On step number 2, January to April 2025, this is when we started planning and marketing the Student Leadership Awards. On step number 3, April 2025, this is the time that we got the nominations, gathered all the data, interpreted that data, and chose the winners. And then step number 4, on April 25th, 2025, we had the wonderful Student Leadership Awards. Before we talk about more specifically about the Student Leadership Awards, here are some stats that we want to show you. As well, we had 12 meetings over the course of the 2 semesters. To your right, we had 19 AC committee members. That includes student athletes and students from different majors and campuses. As well, we had 45 awards that were given, 115 nominations received, and as well 135 event attendees. On to the last slide for the AAC is the Student Leadership Awards. This is just a quick snapshot on what occurred. We had a wonderful ceremony. It was cherry blossom themed. But not only did we have a ceremony, we had an after party. So we had vendors for food, with vendors for decorations, and as well we had a photo booth and a DJ. In the middle of the slide, you can see some of the marketing that we have pushed out throughout the past few months. Thank you so much.
Moving on to the academic committee, I'm the chair, Connor Guzman, with my co-chair, Tori McLary, with our advisor, Professor Alan Mitnick. Shout out to him. This committee is more research-based than event-based. We were tasked with a few objectives this year. Survey and advocacy, promote academic surveys on various topics throughout the school, as well as promoting SGA-related events across all 3 campuses. Tori was taking over a lot of the Passaic campus events. I took care of a lot of Wanacue events, and we were all combined efforts for Patterson events. Scholarship support, as you know, the spring semester is also scholarship time for the PCCC Named Foundation Scholarship. So Tori and I, as well as our peer CJ Vicencio, was tasked on the Student Life Committee with promoting the application portal for the scholarships, as well as researching student activity hour built into the college schedule, as well as researching other schools in other institutions and their activity hour in their grid. As you can see here, these are some of the schools we've researched. We found that most student activity hours or college hours as they go, depending on the school, usually fell either on Tuesday, Thursdays in the early afternoon, where no classes are scheduled unless need be. We know here at PCCC that the student activity hour usually falls Thursday between 12 and 2 o'clock. It's something to be worked on for next year. We're promoting it. The committee met about 4 times with 30 hours contributed, about 9 members total, and a couple of tabling sessions on various topics. Scholarship support, as you can see, this was the named scholarship application. Students would scan the QR code to fill out the application in order to hopefully receive some money. With these tabling sessions, we did have a record number of 455 applicants that did apply for such money. I think it was really great. Face-to-face communication works best more than anything else. So thank you to donors because, you know, we kind of need the money. Some more data and outreach. These are a few of the surveys that we promoted and created, whether it be if students knew about the Panther Go app, basically their Blackboard on their phone. If students knew that they had access to Microsoft Office 365 products for free. If they knew about the PCCC access textbook form for reduced costs on textbooks. We had a survey went out to Say campus about their food quality and whether or not they were looking for something else, as well as our collaboration with the PTK College Project.
Next is the election review committee. The CIC is in charge with reviewing the current election process and recommending anything to the student government and also overseeing the elections, reviewing and clarifying the election results. I was the ERC chair. And we had 2 members, the PTK president and PTK vice president in the elections. And also, we had about 8 spring meetings and 15 hours worked on. And our goal was to reach about 15% of voting turnout, and 15 students run for positions in SGA. And basically, it's improving upon the foundation that we had in previous years. Next, we had the election orientation. That was the start of whoever wanted to join SGA. This is the first time that ERC ever did and did not host an in-person orientation. We did an online video format. We created our orientation video, and this included the short quiz, using a puzzle gamifying the orientation. And you're able to see the title of the election orientation in the beginning of the video. Next, we had Meet the Candidates. This is the first event that we ever did with ERC. The event was basically having all the candidates come in and do a Q&A session with the students, asking them any questions that they needed to let them know, vote for me. So we had about 40+ students join us for this event, and we had food, and it was a great interactive event that we had for the first time, and we will be building upon this next year. And for the advertising, we did, last year we saw that the theme, Mean Girls, last year was Mean Girls, but we saw that the theme was very much, very interactive for students. So this year we did a theme, Friends. So you're able to see on the left that you're able to see the flyer of why you should be joining SGA, the positions that there were, and the committees, and you're able to scan the QR code, and then we give out the information. In the middle, you're able to see a video that Senator Janet and Senator Elizabeth was at doing the tabling for elections, letting them know, hey, elections are going on, please vote. And you're also able to see on the right on the flyer that we gave out to students, letting them know, like, if you vote, we have prizes, PS5s, iPads, and postal vouchers, making them hyped up about the elections. And next, we had the election video. Your name is supposed to go at the bottom, but I don't know why it wasn't exported. I can't find the regular way.
So cute. Okay, he wasn't in the video, so we had to sit up. Yeah.
But we had that advertising video to let students know, hey, the elections are out too. And also some data was about 5,083 5,083 views happened, 136 likes and 40 shares, tripling last year's video. So it's very much deserved to promote the last year's. And you can see here our data. Well, our goal, like I said, was 15% of the student voter turnout population, but you're able to see the number of voters was 337. That eligible voters were 4,542. And the percentage was 7.42. Fortunately, we didn't reach the 15% goal, but we did see in our peer community colleges that they have like the same numbers. So we did average around community college, and it's way better than the ones that we had from previous years. So I think that's a pretty good goal, pretty good turnout that we had.
All right, as the vice president of the Student Government Association, I was tasked with all the clubs and how they handle throughout campus. I was the chair, and alongside with my co-chair, Ben Watson, we have these CAF meetings occurring monthly, representation of the president and treasurer attending each CAF meeting. We strive to have at least 6 meetings throughout the year, sometimes we have 5. But this year we were able to accomplish those 6 meetings throughout the year, so they were able to get most of the requirements done. We also have occasional representation of Friday CAF and Visions to give all the clubs some community service outreach opportunities for that. These were active clubs in the 2024 and 2025 academic year. Some joined earlier, some joined later. We had 11 clubs. We had the Pride Club, the Business Leadership Club. We had B2B, Lions, Environmental Club, Future Teacher Club, Student Support Services Club, Alliance of Educational Opportunity Fund Students of New Jersey, which is AESNJ, Radiography Club, Esports Club, and Student Athlete Advisory Club. Those highlighted in red joined later out in the semester, in the year. The Student Athlete Advisory Club was all Dr. Ian Wolf right here, who contributed to that. He boosted the student life through academics, through athletics. And we had a B2B club who won multiple STEM challenges throughout the year as well.
All right, now going on to bills and resolutions, we have to first understand what a bill is to a resolution. A bill for the SGA is something that we support, have the power to change, as well as the finances, while a resolution is a topic or an idea that we don't have full power to control, but we have support behind it. And here are some of the bills from this summer 24 semester into the winter 2025 semester. The initial summer 24 semester is more about upgrading the Panthers Den and Student Fitness Center for the upcoming fall semester, while the fall semester itself was more focusing on improvements for the athletic department and the CSE office. So collaboration for the equipment for both. Yeah. And then now we have the spring semester where our biggest vendors were for the outdoor fitness center, where we contributed 25,000 to get that done. Outside of it's going to be constructed outside of the public safety office, thank you, which is outside of the gymnasium, as well as sending our men's volleyball team to the nationals tournament, which was a good experience as somebody that was on it. And then we have one resolution from the semester, which was to support the efforts to push free feminine hygiene products into the 3 different campuses for the Passaic County Community College. And then now we're rolling into the budget for the 2024 to 2025 academic year. And to first understand where our budget comes from, we have to understand what an activity fee is, since that's where we're sourced from. It is $3 per credit for every student that is enrolled to our school. Every time, the budget we are given is $323,000 from the full Creative Fund student activity fees. And as of currently, we use our budget for many things, including the foundation scholarship, hosting events, and CAF, which was previously mentioned. And now we also have to understand the carryover budget, which is taken from previous years, where previous years we have a surplus of money that we did not spend from our annual budget is pushed into that carryover budget. And that carryover budget is a budget in which we can take from for following years. As of this year, at the beginning of this academic year, we had 365,000 in that carryover budget. As of currently, we are at 195,000, spending 170,000 within this year, because we take from that budget when we are overspending our annual budget.
Now onto town hall. So as your SJ speaker, my responsibility is to host and plan the town hall. So first, what is the town hall? It's like one of the most important events that could ever happen on this campus because it's not because I planned it, but because students are able and they have this opportunity to go and learn about all the different resources that are given on this campus, on this wonderful community college in general. And it's for students to also voice their concerns, whether it's academic, transfers, whatever it may be. And me as a speaker, we are given the task to find our two or three guest speakers, and give over the SG report from that time. So the fall happened in December 5th of 2024. And for planning, planning takes about like 3 months beforehand. And it's just including promotions. So if you saw a flyer, a winter wonderland flyer theme, that was the town hall, and it was around in all the bulletin boards. And then, as we see here, it was honestly pretty amazing. We had 50+ students to come. Right here, those students won prizes. There was like water bottles given out. And we also gave out like JDL speakers and headphones. The students really loved that. And also we had the Dean Tom Moore and Dr. Susan Golden, who's in the deck. Shout out to you. You did great. Love you. And she talked about with along Christy Sarmiento, talked about the Earn Consortium and why it was really important. It was a really good project back in the fall semester. So, and we were at the time giving a survey out to students. So they were explaining why the survey is important, why you should take it, what we're gonna do with that survey. The students really enjoyed it. And we also had a survey people come talk about the new upcoming projects. So it's like, you know, what's happening on the top of Hamilton Hall, that very big construction, like he was talking about that, new technologies brought into the radiography. Like courses and stuff like that. And students really enjoy that because they felt like there was really transparency and honesty happening between the faculty and students. So feedback from them, I loved it. It was a success. And we also gave out also more prizes. And for spring, it happened April 9th, and we had 32 students come out. And at the time, we were getting like concerns from like feedback from students talking about how they were put in wrong classes depending on academic advising. So I heard that because I usually give like a survey and the students are able to say like, oh, I want to hear more from transfer. I want to hear more from SSTEM. And I really take that into account. And then I email the department chairs or whoever may be in that department to come speak about the given topic that students have been bringing up to my attention. So I brought in Nancy to come and talk about what to do when you are brought into wrong classes, and she was great. #girl. And then we had Caroline Jimenez talk about transfers since it was the spring. So for students that transferring out, she was able to go on about what you have to do, where you have to go, and she was just a really great resource, and the students really did enjoy it. They really loved it, and just a reminder: if you encounter any students, just always tell them to promote to go to town hall because they're really good. And I know you guys are all nodding right now. It's a really good event. And yeah, so that was town hall for this year.
Next, we had all around collaboration around campus. One of our main goals was to have a collaboration between PTK and building that bridge from last year. And I think we did a very good job collaborating with PTK. We got invited to the Middle States Regional Summer Institute. Some of us even joined the college project, the Earn Consortium, and also the Honors in Action live performance. And also me and Joshua did get invited to Catalyst too, so it was very amazing, that experience. But not only we collaborated with PTK, but we also collaborated with Proxy.
Oh, yes.
No, next.
Oh, my bad.
Next we collaborated with Proxy with their March to Beat talent show, but also we collaborated with STEM department, the Wellness Center with some events, athletics, cultural affairs with all of our events that were geared towards them. So it was great collaboration all throughout campus and not just one solo organization. And we're hoping next year we're able to have even more collaboration and build upon this year's too.
I didn't know Dr. Rose was a Bruce Springsteen.
We played 3 songs. It was really great. I felt like I was in a Bruce Springsteen concert.
I started clapping on top.
Okay, next up is the Panther Plays. So one of the main ways that the SGA communicated with students was through the Panther Place. So what is the Panther Place? The Panther Place is a portal page that allows a more in-depth and interactive way to communicate to students and faculty / organizations. So the benefits of the Panther Place is that it facilitated communication with students, event reminders and crucial date reminders. Also, something really notable about the Panther Place is that it helps us communicate with online students who perhaps don't get to come in on campus and don't get to know about the amazing events that my committee plans. So, yes, so the Panther Place is truly an amazing place.
Just a few examples of the Panther portal from both the fall and spring semester. As you can see, we had our autumn harvest involvement fair post. It had over 1,000 views. So although that students may not come to the event, they do see that what is going on. And as the spring semester, we had our election results. We had over 3,500 views on it. So it is a very useful tool to encourage students to check in on the portal and see what is going on all campuses.
So next up is some more data. So new members in the Panther Place are 3,839. The number of posts is 133, comments 183, and reactions of 766.
We do want to note that student usage might be low only because Panther Portal is shown and demonstrated in a lot of college success classes. And we have found that a lot of students often wait and put the class off till graduation time. So they do miss out on a good opportunity to learn about what's going on campus. So that is something to be determined for the future.
The next thing that we're going to be talking about is the PCCC Crash Project. So I'll be explaining this project in three main ways. Number one, I'll give you the context. Number two, I'll be talking about what the SJA has done. And then number three, I'll be talking about the results, as this is a competition against 8 colleges in the state of New Jersey. So first off, what is Crash? Well, Crash stands for College Roads and Safety Habits, and it's an initiative part of Jersey Drives, which is a New Jersey campaign focused on these three main things: promoting safe driving habits among college students, 2, educating and about distracted driving, seatbelt use and impaired driving, and number 3, supporting campus engagement with safety campaigns and student leadership. Below, you can see that we are aligned with their mission is to reduce accidents and not safe driving, and to improve transportation among all campuses in PCCC. If we go on to the next slide, we can see what the SJA has done regarding this project. Across 2 campuses in the Passaic and Patterson campus, we got a total of 102 signatures and pledges for safe driving. And not only did we get these pledges and these signatures, we were able to have conversations, awareness, and education with not only from the student body, but as well from fellow staff. On the next slide, we could see here is that we made declarations for awareness. You could say that we made some of our hallways into highways in the Patterson campus. And again, it's just a visual reminder for safe driving among all the campuses. And this brings us to our promotional material, and there's a video. So don't drive distracted. To your right over here, you could see our social media presence on our posts on Instagram and on Facebook, again, to promote Jersey Drives. And as well to our left, this is what the SJA has personally made, custom. We see the Crash Pledge flyer, a scan QR code, and again, our slogan. Now to our last slide. I'm proud, and I'm glad I can say this confidently, that PCCC was selected as the top winner among 8 colleges in the state of New Jersey. And I would like to mention, 6 out of the 8 colleges that participated in this project were 4-year institutions, such as Montclair State, NJIT, and Rutgers, New Brunswick. And one more thing, not only did we win, we won $3,500 in cash prizes. So again, the SJA has done a wonderful job regarding. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah. Sounds to me as you all did a very thorough and comprehensive and great job. But since many, if not most of you are leaving us for a higher institutions, well, how do you see the future of the SJ moving forward after this year, after this, any of all you might want to comment?
Yes, what we see for next year's SJ is built upon what we've created. It's like how our advisor said all the time, we're not jumping off a building, basically, we're taking 2 steps at a time. And we'll like to have the new SJ build upon what we've done and learn from our mistakes and build from new ideas. So we're hoping that the next SJ does that.
I could also note that our advisors, Gina was also a very big helping hand within this crash project. So new SGA, since Gina knows how it all worked out and how we all planned it, I'm sure that she's gonna be able to guide the new SGA and the upcoming SGAs as to like how we went about it and what we did planning when we started it and all that stuff. So the new SGA like hasn't been able to put it.
Sounds like they're gonna miss you guys.
Also, another note, check out our Instagram. It's PCCC Panthers. We have other like craft and motion up there. We have a really funny video that has like a bunch of likes on it. So if you guys want to, just saying.
Just like,
Just saying.
the plug.
Okay, so here we have our SGA outing. It was between SGA and SPC active members. So we went out to Sandbox VR, which I chose. And it was a huge success. It was fantastic and fun. And the leaders were there, so was some CSE staff, and we got to create a lot of good memories.
And last but not least, I'd like to introduce the new SJ members of 2025-2026. The new president, Jasmine Trustees, speaker Jocelyn Milan, and secretary Tori McLary. And they're in the back too, watching, so. So, gonna be great. And that's it. Thank you so much, Board of Trustees, for having us. Have any questions for us? For a general, our report?
Yes, I'd like to salute you and congratulate you on all of your efforts. I sincerely wish you well in all of your future endeavors. And here's my question. Is the T-shirt with the Black Panther on it available in the bookstore to be purchased?
So we can get a T-shirt for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trustee Smith, we will get a T-shirt.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Maybe we can get the whole board some T-shirts.
We get that cannonball that.
Sure.
I will wear it with great Panther pride.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Well, you could see where, so we have lunch together every month.
Yes.
And we have a great time and we learn a lot. And I'm not going to embarrass them by saying, you know, we start meeting early in the year. And what you see here, they've grown a lot this year. And, you know, if they tried to do this presentation 8-9 months ago, it wouldn't have been the same. Because you see how much more confidence they have, and being student leaders really did a lot for them. And we all should be very proud of all of them. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for the food. Yeah, thanks for the food. Good job.
All right.
Alrighty, Dr. Rose, you're up.
Yeah. Well, they did a great job, and
Thank you.
I just want to make sure you did introduce your advisors who are here.
Yes.
So why we do it one more time?
So, this is our.
Hello, my name is Tina Oriolo and I'm the HBA advisor.
Dr. Newbold, the assistant. SJ, she's Thank you for having us. It's gonna be a tough act to follow.
Remember, they followed the Phi Theta Kappa who did last month, and
Yeah, well, that's.
they certainly
At the top.
they certainly held their own. Great job. All right, so tonight, one of the things we have to do, if you looked in your personnel, you'll see that we have a separation in there tonight, and our own Dr. Stephen Harding is leaving us. This is his last meeting with us, and he's becoming the Vice Chancellor of Finance at the University of South Carolina in the upstate campus. I cannot say enough about Stephen and what he has done for this college during his time here. There is not a better chief fiscal officer anywhere. And I see Jackie and the rest of the staff are all shaking their heads. It's probably one of the toughest positions you could have at a college. And because you're usually the guy who has to say no to everybody, who has to watch the money, who has to be the one who, makes tough decisions. And I will tell you, in most campuses, it's not a very well-liked person. But that is totally the opposite here. I can honestly say, I don't think, when we found out Stephen was leaving, I do not believe there is a single person that was happy about that. And that's very unusual at a college, especially somebody who holds that tough position. So we will ever thank you for everything you have done for us. It has been great having you. You will always be a part of this family here at the college. You know that, and he promises that he will visit us, and we will always stay in touch with him. And we wish him the best. And if you'd like to say anything, you can. I know it's not even big, but.
Well, I did ask Dr. Rose, I wanted to come in quiet. I didn't want him to say anything, but he did. I'm a pretty simple person. I believe that. Say what I say. You have a great boss, you have a great job, and I've had a great job. Dr. Rose is not only been a boss, mentor. The polished person you see now is not the polished person that came. I worked with Jackie and other VPs, and they just, really helped me. It's been a great experience listening to you all talk about college, and there's just so much general love for the campus. How can I not want to do my best? And so I can't say to you, I'm trying to do my best. Not always right, but I'm trying to do my best. Thank you so much for trusting me.
Definitely be missed.
Yes, he will.
No doubt. One other thing, I just wanted to thank the board. We had a phenomenal turnout of board members who came to commencement this year. And I think, those 2 nights of commencement were just great this year. And it was great seeing so many of you there. I know it means a lot to the students when they see you there up on the stage and watching them. And I look at some of I watched the video after, the commencement, and I see some of your faces as you're sitting up there, and, you're as proud as, if it was our own children, graduating there. It's great to see. So thank you all for being there. It really does mean a lot to everybody. So.
Great to be with you.
Yeah. You always will be. All right, so in your packet tonight, you've got the proposed FY26 tuition and fee schedule. I won't bug Stephen. I'll let him do it. And as you can see here, we've got a modest increase this year, a little higher than we've had before. There's so much uncertainty out there in terms of, obviously we're somewhat confident that the governor $20 million cut to community colleges will be restored, but we don't know that yet. We're facing a potentially huge increase in our health benefit costs come January. That could be over $1.2 million for the college right now. So a lot of uncertainty, and we want to, we always try to balance. Okay, we don't want to raise tuition too much, but we do want to have enough funds in order to keep doing things and keep serving our students well. So we have to try and find so that's what you see reflected here. So we recommend it to you. All the staff have gone over it. Jackie, I know, has worked really hard on trying to make sure the fees are accurate and doing what we can. And so we bring that to you tonight. You'll see disposal of surplus property on here. Every year, we got to get rid of our obsolete and broken products that are here at the college and clean out some storage rooms and stuff like that. And part of the legal process is we have to bring it to you first, who declares that it's surplus before we can get rid of it. So that's why you have that list here tonight. And you've got purchases of goods and services, and I don't think there's anything too out of the ordinary here.
Dr. Rose,
Yeah, please.
Question for you. If the cuts are not restored, that's being proposed by the legislature, we're gonna have to dip into our reserves this year.
We will hopefully be able to do a combination of reining in spending, which is, but we've got to make that decision throughout the year. There's certain things you can't cut. And we're not going to cut back on things that are going to affect the success of students here. So we gotta balance it. And we'll handle it as we go along. We always keep some positions open at the college, so we've got salary savings. We're gonna go into the year with salary savings. Steven's leaving now. It'll probably be a couple of months before we replace it. We save. But that's what happens, and we'll find ways of doing that, and we get as creative as we can.
No, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Yeah. You see, he's still contributing to the.
He's still contributing. Good. What is it, public hearing?
Yep, so we need to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I will. Okay, notice that the public hearing was placed in the Bergen Record and Herald News and posted on the PCCC website and bulletin boards on June 2nd, 2025.
Public hearing will now be held on the proposed FY 26 tuition and fee schedule for the Passaic County Community College. Does anyone wish to be heard? Comments? Okay, hearing none.
Continue with the agenda.
Continue with the agenda. Okay, may I have a motion to adopt resolution number 3, consent resolution items as set forth in the memorandum dated June 10th, 2025. Proposed FY 26 tuition and fee schedule, disposal of surplus property, purchase of goods and services, personnel. I have a motion.
Move it.
Second.
Second.
Roll.
Trustee Actor,
Yes.
trustee Glover,
Yes.
trustee Diogene,
Yes.
trustee Moody,
Yes.
trustee Poe, trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Sumter,
Yes.
chairman Marco.
Yes. Okay, are there any remarks from the public? Are there any remarks from the trustees? We're gonna get you a t-shirt, Sharon, don't worry. I have a motion to adjourn the meeting. Second,
Second.
roll.
Trustee Actor,
Yes.
trustee Glover,
Yes.
trustee Diogene,
Yes.
trustee Moody,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Sumter,
Yes.
chairman Marco.
Yes, okay, the meeting's adjourned.
You're gonna have a summer meeting?
Yeah, if you haven't voted yet, you still have an hour and 10 minutes,
Yep.
so
Hold it
please.
still open.
You're gonna have a summer?
Yeah, we have one scheduled for July 29th. Stephanie, I spoke about it today. We had a problem getting a